Hi, I'm attorney Andrew Thomas. Welcome to the Deposition. I'm here today with senior attorney Nathan Lewis.
Good to be here.
So we're going to do a special episode. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. We're going to do sort of a year in review of 2025. So let's kick it off. In one word, how would you describe immigration and how it's changed in 2025?
Versus 2024, challenging.
That's a good word. I like that. So explain that.
With the various changes in policies, procedures, random executive orders flying over the place, the landscape has become more complicated. It's not a situation where you should be doing anything involving immigration by yourself. You need a team of experienced attorneys who actually research these issues, know how it works, the law works, to get things done now.
Yeah, we were well positioned to kind of handle this. We've
Right.
obviously been through it with Trump's first term, and we kind of knew. I mean, he comes in with a chainsaw and just
Right.
wrecks shop a little bit. But with our team here and our research that we've done, we've put our clients in a very good position to succeid, and a lot of them are having that success
Yeah.
now.
So there's still lots of things you can do. You can still get status here. You can still fight your asylum case. There's many routes, but now more than ever, you need to know the kind of pitfalls of the process that may have not existed under, like, say, President Biden.
Good call. I read the news. You read the news.
Every day.
All right. Well, what headline to you caused the most confusion this year?
So it's not really one headline, but it's a kind of what I call a class of headlines, where it is the headline where it is woman or man, innocent, deported back to home country. And then you actually read the story, and it turns out this person not so innocent, criminal issues, or they have prior deportation orders that were just never executed. So it's typically not a situation of ICE just snatching random people off the streets and kicking them out of the country. That's not really how the system works now or has ever really worked. So
Yeah, I kind of want to build on that point because there's a lot of confusion. We
Right.
talk to so many people, and I think what people need to understand is that if you're a good person, I mean, vast majority of the people we talk to are
Right.
just great people. They're here
Right.
building their lives and their families. And if you're a good person, you're doing the right thing, you're trying to better your situation, you are not the risk factor that
Right.
these people that make the headlines are. You don't have that checkered background. You don't
Right.
have those orders and the criminal issues and all those things in your past, and you're a good person. You can get status. We get them for
Yeah.
people every day. We see people getting approved for work permits and green cards and building their families better. And you can still make that happen very easily. That part of immigration has not changed.
for sure, just because you see a scary headline does not mean you should not contact an attorney about your questions. And the consultation is confidential, so the attorney's not going to be just like sending you to ICE or anything. It doesn't hurt you, and you could very well have a path forward to getting a green card, future citizenship, or work permits or whatever. So
Those processes have not changed at all.
honestly, with USCIS, not much has changed
Absolutely.
with any of those things.
Senior Attorney Lewis, from your perspective, what actually changed for our clients this year? What impacted them the most?
Most of the impact has been with immigration court issues, namely ICE detaining people at ICE check-ins. And
Yes.
kind of going along with that, the difficulty in getting immigration bonds if you are detained.
We've seen some of the easing of the bond things. We're able to get our clients bonds now, whereas we couldn't have even a couple of months ago.
Right.
But the detentions are indefinitely up. I mean, we see this
100%.
happening at ICE check-ins.
Right.
Occasionally, you'll see them at USCIS interviews, although a lot of those, again, kind of go back to someone had something in their past, maybe.
Right, yeah.
But the ICE check-ins, it's happening. Not so much at court anymore. They came out strong with that in the early part of this year, but you still see that happening sometimes, and that just wasn't the case in 2024.
No, it in fact never happened in 2024. The ICE being at court, there was a kind of brief window where that was more popular with ICE, but in reality, like, don't skip court because you're afraid of ICE. Because the likelihood that they're going to be at court for random people is fairly low.
Very low.
Now, if there's someone in court that has a bunch of criminal issues, they might make a special trip. But if you're just a normal person going about their life, following the law, fighting your deportation case, unlikely ICE is going to show up at your court hearing to detain you.
So let's talk mistakes that people make when we're talking immigration. So you do a lot of consultations, you meet with a lot of clients. Right. What's a common theme you see in terms of top mistakes that clients are making or potential clients are making?
I'll say one of the biggest ones is going to what is called a notario or a paralegal to submit very critical legal documents with court, USCIS, etc. These people are not attorneys. They are basically committing a crime by acting as an attorney when they have no grounds to do so, and this can cause problems. They could be filing documents you have no clue are even real. They could be making up your statement, your description of what your issue is, and then causing you huge problems in the future, especially with immigration court matters.
A top mistake I'm seeing that people make when I talk to them, whether it's in a consultation or they become a client and we find out things later, is there's just so much VAWA fraud out there. And I would love to pin that all on notarios, but let's be honest, a lot of times it's attorneys, someone with a license that is coaching them to do this. And it goes beyond VAWA sometimes too. We see them doing this with other processes where they're
T visas,
where they're kind of coached to either make up a story or go along with a story that is not accurate. And this gets them into a lot of hot water. And we have our job cut out for us to try to kind of untie that knot. And it's very difficult sometimes.
And not only that is, in fact, I see that I don't even see the notarios doing this as much as like
I hate to say it,
attorneys,
which
is a disgrace to attorneys.
Yeah.
And not only that, they are charging these people, from my conversation with them, massive amounts of money for a process that will never get approved and may end up with you in deportation proceedings because of the fraud issue.
Whereas that's where we have to come in. Unfortunately, sometimes they're already in court for these things, and it's just so difficult. They're making their life difficult. Do not do that, and go with someone that's honest, that you trust, and put forth your best thing. If it's better to file nothing than a fraudulent document.
100%.
A lot of people are making New Year's resolutions like right now. I don't know how many people are going to lose those 10 pounds, but we'll see. But immigration's the same. When a new year comes, people want to make changes, and a lot of people get eager to maybe change their situation. I think a good thing to think about when we're going into 2026 is be prepared. Don't put things off. Immigration is the same way.
It's the same, as you talked about earlier. It's the same way. Nothing for the most people has changed under Biden as opposed to Trump. There's no reason to delay hoping things will magically get easier in 2 years from 3 years from now. Probably going to remain the same. It's been about the same since 1997. I don't see it changing anytime soon.
And backlogs might even get longer. So the longer you're waiting, the longer your wait times are going to be.
Exactly.
So get going on it. 2026, maybe that's your year. Let's get it done. What's one piece of advice you kind of want people to carry into 2026?
Well, with holidays coming up, got Christmas coming up, got New Year's Eve coming up. My one piece of advice is essentially very practical. Don't drink and drive, because we have so many people I talk to. That is how they encounter ICE, is with drinking and driving. So Uber it if you have to get a safe ride. That is one of the premier ways of getting in contact with ICE.
Yeah, that's good advice. I would say we know that AI is taking over a lot of different things, and I've seen on social media even I'll get ads coming through about AI being able to complete immigration stuff. Right. Now we've seen it practically. Yeah. We've seen people come to us with filed documents, and we'll once inquisiting, we'll find out that they went through some AI program that inevitably has mistakes. They are still in the infancy of this AI thing, and immigration is so critical on what you do at all steps. If you make the wrong move, you're going to pay the consequences for that forever. Be extremely careful about using AI for not just immigration, but any legal document that you are going to file, especially in a federal court.
Right. AI may be great for watching funny videos on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. It is not very great at highly detailed legal processes.
No. Thanks for joining us today for the Deposition, our last episode of 2025. Thank you, Attorney Lewis.
Thanks for having me.
Everybody out there, let's remember that Christmas is coming up, and I want everybody to think and remember the reason for the season. We know it's the birth time of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and I want everybody to reflect on that if you do celebrate those things. It's fun to get presents from Santa. My kids still, they're still into Santa and all those things. But let's remember the message of Jesus Christ. Peace out there for everybody. Be kind to people. It is extremely important. You don't know what people are going through in this time, and kindness goes so far. So let's keep that in our hearts. Stay good out there. Be good to yourselves, to your families, and to your neighbors. God bless everybody.